Oh, I'm sorry. I just suddenly got all dizzy.
She's gorgeous.
Hey guys, what's up? It's BigJackFilms here, and welcome back to the Rosario Vampire Vlogs. And on today's set of episodes, we're doing episodes 4 and 5. We're doing 2 episodes again today, like we did last week, mostly because it just makes things go faster, and it's all done at the very end of Halloween. So, we have essentially 2 episodes that are mostly centered around pointless shit. It's funny because this is a series that's only, what, 12, 13 episodes long? And a very huge, serious story in the manga, yet they still have time for filler. That makes no sense. So these 2 episodes are filler. There's no new characters introduced, I mean, minus a few side villains, but they're not really centric to the plot, essentially. The first one involves a group of fanboys who are really into Mocha, Kurumu, and Yukari. And they, of course, do the always so pleasurable, but I'm kind of sick to death of anime trope, which is the group of guys who do the whole Toku Sentai, you know, sort of poses and everything in their club. This goes all the way back to, obviously, they're spoofing things like, you know, the Super Sentai, the Tokusatsu genre, you know, most notably now here in America, North America and Canada, is Power Rangers. So, you know, they're doing all these cheerleading stuff. So, you know, so it's like, you know, Toku Sentai, you know, it's like, so I guess you could call this Yokai Sentai, which actually sounds freaking awesome. I'm surprised Super Sentai hasn't done that yet. But the whole thing is just, these 3 dudes who have a huge infatuation with these 3 characters, and they beat up Skune for it, and the girls have to come together and say, hey, you know, we gotta work together, we gotta look out for each other. So, the whole power friendship thing, another trope. And, you know what, honestly, with the whole tokusatsu spoofing in anime, I'm kind of sick to death of it. See, there are exceptions. Like, you look at Sailor Moon, for example, that's basically a tokusatsu. You may call it an anime, but it is the genre of tokusatsu. So, you know, the 5 colored coded teams that work together and shit. And the spoofing, I think, really started with Dragon Ball Z with the Ginyu Force, is where they really started. But then it just became such a trope that it starts to become really annoying, because that was funny, but when other people do it, it's just really annoying. So, that's one of the flaws of this episode. So, Skune's kind of keeping to himself mostly, and he actually goes to the bus stop, so they think, oh shit, he's leaving, but it turns out he's just sending letters to his family. And by the way, this episode opens with, you know, basically, again, Skune is the luckiest guy in the world. He's got 2 or 3 chicks piling over him and grabbing him and playing a tug-of-war, and it's really funny. But the monster's design in this episode is the 3 guys, and they all form these really creepy stalkers as this giant monster. But it enters territories where I'm like, even for a show that's like 17 plus, it really rides along almost hentai levels. Because you have things like, one of the monsters turns his neck into a giant tentacle thing to wrap around one of the characters, which you're just like, And then one of them's this, like, big fat guy who Kurumu punches in the stomach, and it's like, it literally leaves lube or sweat crap in his stomach, which is really gross. But it's also something out of, like, John Carpenter's The Thing, where that guy puts his thing in the stomach, it's like, ah, and it rips his arms off. And then there's one shot that I really took out of context, but it turns out to be something different, where you see all this white stuff spraying on the ground, and you're just like, but it turns out this guy's just like an umbrella spitting wet crap all over. But yeah, this next 2 episodes has a few little too over the edge moments for its rating. I felt like this is entering hentai levels. This is like high school DxD levels of just, whoa, where are we going with this? But in the end, they remove the rosary, Mocha kicks their ass, problem solved. This is going to be a trope for the next little bit. Part 2, the second episode, episode 5, is basically another filler But in this one, all the schoolmates have to join a club in order to fit into sort of human society and learn the anatomy and everything. So they have to do human activities. So Skune is obviously thinking of doing soccer and basically impressing Mocha and, you know, becoming sort of this superstar athlete and everything. But they instead join a swim club, which unfortunately Mocha cannot join because she's a vampire, and vampires have a phobia or a weakness to natural water. Unless it's purified water, then it makes sense. So she can't join the swim club, yet the swim club is completely covered with girls who are pining over the guys. One of them, I swear to God, looks like Sailor Neptune. Neptune, who's really pining over Skune. And obviously Kurumu and Yukari show up, and then it suddenly becomes Spring Break Titties meets ESPN. It's so fucking weird. The show suddenly becomes like an ESPN sports event. You think this shit would be in the Super Bowl, like a halftime show, and I'm like, okay, granted, if there was an anime-themed halftime show at the Super Bowl, I'd fucking watch it. I mean, I was really hoping with that for the Olympics this year, but then COVID happened, so that sucks. Damn it, Japan, you were so close to showing your entire culture to the entire world. It would have been amazing. So, there's karaoke, there's singing, and yes, I'm watching the English dub version, which is cute. But then, like, all the girls get on their shoulders and have this huge swim battle, and they're charging in like it's the Battle of fucking Gondor. Just like, what is happening? What is going on right now? So then it turns out the girls running the swim club are mermaids, so add that to the monsters list, and these aren't, you know, the Ariel Little Mermaids. These are the mermaids from, like, Pirates of the Caribbean 4. You just keep expecting Jack Sparrow to look around and be like, did anybody else say that? Because I will not be saying that again. It's really weird. So, obviously Mocha has to save Skune from the depths of Davy Jones's mermaids. And basically kick their ass, remove the rosary, same fucking thing. But they eventually all end up joining the newspaper club by the end of it, and it's a really weird kind of Fellowship of the Ring moment. Like, even when, like, Kurumu and Yukari kind of caught up and said, we're gonna join too, I'm just expecting to hear, you know, dun, dun, da-da-dum. So, then you get to Elrond just like, for companions, so be it. You shall be the Fellowship of the Skune. I don't know, it was kind of a pass-along set of filler episodes, but they had their fun moments. The animation is still pretty damn good for this show, and it's just, you know, a set of filler episodes, if you like those, where it's just characters being characters and just hanging out. You'll like this, which, I'll be honest, is probably why I really, despite these being weaker episodes, I still enjoy, because these are just the characters being themselves, and I always like it when certain characters can take a break from the plot, the serious plot, and actually just have fun and be themselves. And you get that a lot in these two episodes. So, I liked it. It was really fun. Obviously, there are some character dynamics, and again, they are really stretching what they can do with the rating of the show, because this show, I think, is like 15 up, 17 up, and it gets into areas where you're just like, holy crap, how'd they get away with this? But it was interesting. It's a lot of fun. I'm actually binging a lot of these episodes while I'm still setting up my apartment, so it makes for good background noise, but I've seen this show so many times I kind of know what happens. So, these two episodes, I'm probably going to give a good, about 6 or 7. They're not, really good per se, but they do have their moments to shine where you can have some fun with the material involved. So, yeah, I'm definitely about 6, 7 out of 10. It's part of the season, you might as well enjoy it, but man, does this show need a 3rd season where they just go directly to the plot of the manga. I think that's where they can actually get some attention and actually pick up the pace, because again, the show, there is a dark show really coming out of this show, like trying to reach out, but it can't because it's being pulled by the leash known as fan service, and it just really takes a lot of the tone from what I guess the original creator thought. And I wonder if that's why they never did the 3rd season. I wonder if the creator was just like, this is stupid, pull the plug. and I wouldn't blame them. So, of course, guys, if you guys want to go check out our Patreon, just $1 more will get you early access to all of our content, as well as other special features. These will go up early, hopefully. But also, if you donate $5, you can, a month, you can actually request a movie of your liking for us to watch and vlog about. But tune in next week when we talk about, essentially, I think a new set of characters show up in these next 2 episodes, and on top of that, we might have a special guest on this one, so it'll be a 2-sided review on this matter. But until then, enjoy. And of course, let me know what your thoughts are on episodes 4 and 5 of Rosario Vampire Season 1. So until the next video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. This is BigJackFilms signing off saying, Sebastian's a liar. Things aren't always fun under the sea. Sometimes there's mermaids that will eat you, or fanboys with weird hentai behavior. So, take it for what it is. I'll see you guys later.